Hello, dietitian.
Hello, sir.
I'm here again. You know I don't joke with my health. At the same time, I want to enjoy my life. Please advise me on what to consider when choosing my swallow. You know that as an African man, I love my swallow.
Well, we have you covered, though. Go for something delicious, nutritious, with lower glycemic index.
Meaning?
It won't spike your blood sugar.
Great.
It should have a high satiety index too.
Please explain.
Meaning, little quantity eaten fills you up and keeps you satisfied for a longer period so that you won't overeat.
Wow. So do you have any recommendations?
Of course, yes. CNC Plantain Smart Mix.
I knew it. I knew I could count on you.
Thanks, Chief. But remember that moderation is important.
Of course. I am ordering a carton right now from the supermarket.
CNC Plantain Smart Mix is a unique blend of unripe plantain and millet in calculated proportions. It is a product of CNC Smart Foods. Grab a pack at Onigbinde Stores, Flourish Supermarket, Murtala Mohammed Way, New Rainbow, Exceptional and Lycon Supermarkets in Rayfield, Lamed, Dilimi and Myconi Pharmacies, as well as several shops near you. You can also call 0904-675-8079 or 0708-987-3497 to order, or visit www.cncsmartfoods.com for more details. CNC Smart Foods. Eat smart. Live well.
Hello, it's Diet Talk with Dietitian Michelle, your food expert. Welcome to today's episode. How are you doing today? If you live in Jos and you respond cold, then you are very correct. It's really cold here. So, still talking about hypertension diet. Today, our topic is going to be on calcium and heart health. Now, I know that when you hear calcium, your mind just goes to the bones. Yes, strong bones, strong teeth. You're very correct. Very, very correct. These are all the ways that we benefit from calcium. It strengthens our bones, strengthens our teeth. But there is also another side of calcium, which is for your heart. Calcium helps to strengthen the heart muscles, and it plays a role in contraction that enables the heart to pump blood appropriately. Before I continue talking about calcium and heart health, I remember I promised someone to review a product called liver oil as a source of omega-3. If you missed last week's episode on omega-3 and heart health, then you can catch up on my YouTube channel, Dietitian Michelle. Now, product or supplement review is one of the services that dietitians can provide. If you're not sure about something you want to eat, or a product you just bought, something that is hyped, something that there is a lot of claim that is healthy, is nutritious, then the best thing you can do is to bring it to dietitians. You can send us a screenshot of the information and we will review. We will tell you what the products contain. We will tell you if the claims are right or not, and if it's safe for you to consume. Product review. So here is my review on cod liver oil as a source of omega-3 fatty acid. Now, cod liver oil is not the same as fish oil. It's oil extracted from the liver of a type of fish called codfish. Now, this cod liver oil is high in vitamin A because it's obtained from the fish liver, not the oil in the fish. So that is the difference. It's also rich in vitamin D. But because it is not from the oil of the fish, it's not an excellent source of omega-3 fatty acid. Not that it's not going to give you some, but if you're looking at obtaining omega-3 fatty acids enough to enjoy its benefits, then cod liver oil, it's not one of the products that will give you the omega-3 fatty acid that you need. For vitamin A, it's excellent. Vitamin D is perfect. All right. So the best sources of omega-3 fatty acids still remains fish oil, oily fish like salmon, tuna, catfish, and omega-3 fatty acid supplements. Now back to our topic for today, calcium and heart health. The question in your mind now will be, what are the food sources of calcium? What should I eat to get this calcium from? If you're looking at having strong bones, strong teeth, and healthy heart, contractions of the heart muscles, then yes, calcium is important. It's an important mineral that you should aim for to obtain from your diet to eat adequately. Now remember that we are dietitians, and for basically everything we eat, there is a recommended amount. There is what we call RDA, which is the recommended daily allowance, what we need. So sometimes you might see on food products and it says, oh, it contains calcium, it's rich in calcium. You need to know what you need first before you can say that a food product is a rich source of calcium or not. Now, every single day, a healthy person requires between 1,000 to 1,500 milligrams of calcium. That's the requirement. For the benefits I have mentioned now, strong bones, healthy teeth, healthy heart muscles, we're talking about 1,000 to 1,500 milligrams. For children, it's a bit less, about 700 to 900. But for healthy adults, it's 1,000 to 1,500 milligrams of calcium. So when a food product contains 50 milligrams, what would you say? It's not a rich source of calcium. It's not an excellent source of calcium. Yes, it does contain calcium, 50 milligrams, about 100, but it's not a rich source of calcium. For you to say that a food product is a rich source of calcium, you're talking about 300 milligrams and above, then you can say, yes, this is a rich source of calcium. Now, what are the sources of calcium? What are the foods you can eat intentionally because you want to obtain calcium for strong bones, healthy teeth, and healthy muscles? I'll tell you, just stay with me after this break.
Hello, dietitian.
Hello, sir.
I'm here again. You know I don't joke with my health. At the same time, I want to enjoy my life. Please advise me on what to consider when choosing my swallow. You know that as an African man, I love my swallow.
Well, we have you covered, though. Go for something delicious, nutritious, with lower glycemic index.
Meaning?
It won't spike your blood sugar.
Great.
It should have a high satiety index too.
Please explain.
Meaning, little quantity eaten fills you up and keeps you satisfied for a longer period so that you won't overeat.
Wow. So do you have any recommendations?
Of course, yes. CNC Plantain Smart Mix.
I knew it. I knew I could count on you.
Thanks, Chief. But remember that moderation is important.
Of course. I am ordering a carton right now from the supermarket.
CNC Plantain Smart Mix is a unique blend of unripe plantain and millet in calculated proportions. It is a product of CNC Smart Foods. Grab a pack at Onigbinde Stores, Flourish Supermarket, Murtala Mohammed Way, New Rainbow, Exceptional and Lycon Supermarkets in Rayfield, Lamed, Dilimi and Myconi Pharmacies, as well as several shops near you. You can also call 0904-675-8079 or 0708-987-3497 to order, or visit www.cncsmartfoods.com for more details. CNC Smart Foods. Eat smart. Live well.
Welcome back to Diet Talk with Dietitian Michelle, your food expert, talking about calcium and heart health. I already said that calcium helps us. It strengthens our bones, our teeth, and it's also good for the heart. It plays an important role in contraction for the heart to be able to pump blood adequately and nourish all your system. So calcium is important. A healthy adult needs about 1,000 to 1,500 milligrams of calcium every day. For children, it's between 700 to 900 milligrams daily. So, where and what foods can we eat to obtain calcium? Dairies, sometimes called dairies, but dairies are rich sources of calcium. Examples: milk, yogurt, cheese. These are rich sources of calcium. A serving of these will give you about 300 to 400 milligrams of calcium. So you consider them rich sources of calcium. What else can give you calcium? Brisket bone, the one we call biscuit bone. It's also a source of calcium. But in the management of blood pressure or hypertension, it's a no-go area. It may contain calcium, but it's rich in saturated fatty acid. So you see, you're not going to rob Peter to pay Paul. Because you want to get calcium, then you now take something that is high in saturated fat. It's not going to work. For children, it may go, but for adults, no. Especially for you, if you are hypertensive. What else can give us calcium? Kale, okra, these are vegetables. Some vegetables that can give you calcium. Not as much as the dairies, but it still contains a reasonable amount of calcium. So you can add this to your diet. Then I'm going to tell you one more, which is finger millet, also known as tamba. Indians call it ragi. This is an excellent source of calcium. A serving of tamba also contains about 300 to 350 milligrams of calcium. Have you heard about tamba before? Do you know what finger millet looks like? Well, you can search on the internet or you go to the market and ask them for tamba. This is also a plant source of calcium. Now, some food products that don't have calcium can now fortify with calcium, and then you hear that they are fortified with calcium, so they are now rich sources of calcium, but naturally they don't contain calcium. So food products can be fortified with calcium, but if you're looking for the ones that occur naturally, then these are the foods. Dairies, yes, the phone lines are already buzzing, but just give me some minutes to wrap up what I'm saying, then you can join the conversation. Thank you. So if you're looking for food products that are very rich in calcium, you're talking about dairies like yogurt, milk, cheese, then you're talking about okra, kale, then finger millet, known as tamba. It's a rich source of calcium. Now, if you have lactose intolerance and you cannot tolerate milk, then yogurt can work for you. And if you're also not a milk and yogurt person, then tamba, finger millet, can help you to obtain the calcium that you need. You can add it to your diet once or twice a week. And if you're wondering how you're going to make it look interesting without milk, then you have tiger nut milk, a plant milk that you can take if you don't like milk or you are lactose intolerant. Now, remember what I told you about potassium, a mineral that helps to regulate the sodium in the body and reduce blood pressure. So what's coming to your mind now? A combination of tiger nut milk and tamba is a healthy meal for the heart. Let me do the analysis for you. Potassium is important, and tiger nut is a rich source of potassium for the heart. Then talking about tamba, is rich in calcium. So you have two excellent minerals good for your heart, potassium and calcium. So this combination is an excellent combination for you. You may have to try, especially now that the weather is even cold. Maybe you should just look for finger millet, or also called tamba. Add your tiger nut milk to it, and you're going to enjoy. If you live in Jos, remember that tiger nut milk is available at our nutrition clinic. And if you're outside Jos, look for a way to make it by yourself and enjoy. If you also want finger millet or tamba, you can order from the nutrition clinic or any of the stores where you go to buy your CNC Smart Foods Plantain Smart Mix. So tamba and tiger nut milk is an excellent food for your heart. Now, I want to also say something before I go on a short break. When you take soft drinks, minerals, too much, and you don't take milk or yogurt or a source of calcium, you may end up with very weak bones. You know why? because there is something called calcium to phosphorus ratio. It has to be balanced. This body is not just a robot. We are not just existing. There are many things about it. You need to just be intentional about what you eat. So if, for instance, you take a bottle of mineral today, you are supposed to balance. The minerals are rich in phosphorus. So, if you're taking mineral, now I'm not encouraging you to drink mineral. You have to take everything in moderation. From time to time, yes, you can indulge, you can treat your taste buds, but if you take it on regular basis, then you need calcium very well so that you can balance it in your body. Now, the calcium to phosphorus ratio is 2:1. I don't want to go into too much details and confuse you, but for every bottle of mineral you take, you need 2 cups of milk to counter that, so that it's going to be balanced in your system. You're having 2:1. So if you take too much of phosphorus, too much minerals, and you don't take milk, you don't take yogurt, you don't take tamba, you don't take calcium supplements, you are going to end up with very weak bones, because the calcium to phosphorus ratio is not balanced in the body. So you need to balance that. It's important, and it's 2:1. So don't take too much mineral, whereas you don't drink milk, you don't take yogurt, you don't take calcium supplements, you don't take tamba. So please pay attention to what you eat. You're talking about the future. You want to be healthy, you want to be strong in the future. So balance the calcium in your body. It's good for your bones, good for your teeth, good for your heart. And I said that the food sources of calcium, dairies like our milk, yogurt, cheese. Okay, this cheese now must not be the foreign cheese. Nigerians actually have a kind of cheese. I call it Nigerian or native cheese. Yes, you get it from cow milk and then bake it, and it's cheese. It's also very rich in calcium. So your mind shouldn't just go to Oyibo cheese. We have the one that we can consider cheese here in Nigeria. So it's not just the milk and the yogurt, then calcium from tamba is also good for you. Now you're going to join the discussion and tell me what you think about this combination of tamba and tiger nut milk as an excellent source of calcium and potassium for healthy heart after this break.
Hello, dietitian.
Hello, sir.
I'm here again. You know I don't joke with my health. At the same time, I want to enjoy my life. Please advise me on what to consider when choosing my swallow. You know that as an African man, I love my swallow.
Well, we have you covered, though. Go for something delicious, nutritious, with lower glycemic index.
Meaning?
It won't spike your blood sugar.
Great.
It should have a high satiety index too.
Please explain.
Meaning, little quantity eaten fills you up and keeps you satisfied for a longer period so that you won't overeat.
Wow. So do you have any recommendations?
Of course, yes. CNC Plantain Smart Mix.
I knew it. I knew I could count on you.
Thanks, Chief. But remember that moderation is important.
Of course. I am ordering a carton right now from the supermarket.
CNC Plantain Smart Mix is a unique blend of unripe plantain and millet in calculated proportions. It is a product of CNC Smart Foods. Grab a pack at Onigbinde Stores, Flourish Supermarket, Murtala Mohammed Way, New Rainbow, Exceptional and Lycon Supermarkets in Rayfield, Lamed, Dilimi and Myconi Pharmacies, as well as several shops near you. You can also call 0904-675-8079 or 0708-987-3497 to order, or visit www.cncsmartfoods.com for more details. CNC Smart Foods. Eat smart. Live well.
Diet Talk with Dietitian Michelle, your food expert. Calcium and heart health. I said that for a normal adult, you need between 1,000 to 1,500 milligrams of calcium. For children, 700 to 900 milligrams every day. And the food sources of calcium, dairies like our milk, yogurt, cheese, then okra, kale, then Finger millet, also known as tamba, Indians call it ragi, and it's an important staple in India. They bake, they do virtually everything with tamba. We are blessed. Now, I tasted this tamba for the first time as an intern in Juice, and I was like, wow, what is this? Tastes really nice. Looks like we call it chocolatey pap because it's brown and it's rich in fiber, because it's not even sieved, it's not even refined. So it's not just rich in calcium, it's rich in vitamins and minerals, then it's rich in calcium, which is good for the heart. Then I just tweaked it down to say that you can enjoy it with your tiger nut milk, because many people avoid milk because they are lactose intolerant or they are afraid that it's fattening. Well, if you don't have a problem, if you're not lactose intolerant, you can enjoy milk in moderation. If not, then try finger millet tamba with tiger nut milk. If you're wondering where you can get this, every supermarket where you buy your plantain smart mix, CNC Smart Foods, you will also find CNC Smart Foods finger millet tamba already packed. Contains a little ginger and clove, good for the weather if you live in Jos. And if you're not living in Jos, you can still order and it will be sent to you, so you can try this healthy grain that is rich in calcium. Okay. We talked about calcium and heart health. I mentioned that we need about 1,000 to 1,500 milligrams of calcium. Then for children, 700 to 900. You should pay attention to calcium intake for strong bones, strong teeth, and healthy heart muscles. Yes, and the food sources of calcium are dairies like our milk, yogurt, cheese. And I said the cheese is not just the Oyibo, the foreign cheese. We also have the one called cheese here in Nigeria called Awara, made from cow milk. If you need more information about that, then you may have to come to the clinic if you live in Jos, or send a message to me on social media and we'll give you more information. Now, these are not the only sources of calcium. You can also get calcium from kale, from okra. Then you can get calcium from brisket bone. But if you're hypertensive, you're an adult, you're overweight, you have to be careful with that because it's also rich in saturated fat. Then the plant source, excellent source of calcium, is finger millet, which we call tamba here in Jos, and in India is called ragi. Excellent source of calcium. Then if you don't even like milk or you're lactose intolerant, you cannot tolerate milk, you can enjoy your finger millet pap with tiger nut milk. A good source of potassium, which I consider excellent combination for a healthy heart, because potassium is good for the heart, then calcium good for the heart. So taking finger millet pap and tiger nut milk is an excellent combination. You can sweeten this with sugar for children. You can use a sugar substitute, stevia, or you can even use date powder and enjoy your meal. So you see, healthy living is actually interesting and it's not far from you. Whatever thing you're looking for in Sokoto, they say, oh no, in Sokoto is actually in Sokoto. It's very close to you. Just look around and you'll find it. Wondering where you can get finger millet? When you go to the market, ask them to show you finger millet or tamba. If you want an already processed one, then you can walk into all the stores where you pick up your CNC Smart Foods plantain smart mix, and you can get CNC Smart Food finger millet, also called tamba, and enjoy. I'd like to thank you for joining me on today's episode of Diet Talk with Dietitian Michelle. If you have more questions and comments, you can follow me on my social media pages. I already have a post there for this topic. You can drop your questions there and your comments. On Instagram, you'll find me as Dietitian Michelle. On Facebook, you'll find me as Dietitian Michelle. And on Twitter, it's Dietitian Michi. Then if you want to listen to all my previous programs, then you can find me on YouTube, Dietitian Michelle. Next month, we'll be going into weight loss proper. I hope you're excited because we are going to learn how to lose some weight, look good, feel confident about ourselves, and prepare for the festive period. Thank you for joining me again on today's episode of Diet Talk with Dietitian Michelle. I'll be back next week, same time, 6:25 p.m. J101.9. Bye.
Dietitian Michelle is a registered dietitian in Nigeria, an expert with over 10 years in practice, a seasoned professional in diet calculation and planning, the co-founder of Citadel Nutrition Consult, author of several ebooks on weight loss and diabetes management, member of the British Dietetic Association, UK, member of the Nutrition Society of Nigeria, holder of certificate in diabetes care from the University of Warwick in the UK, holder certificate in exercise prescription for the prevention and treatment of disease, Trinity College, Dublin, holder certificate on nutrigenomics for professionals of nutrition.